Welcome back to Delmarva Historic Haunts. We're going to have a great investigation tonight. We are in Lewes, Delaware again, and it's the port of the Overfalls. It's a light ship, and it was built in
1938,
and it served until 72.
Correct.
And it was a really bad storm in 70.
Right.
From what I understand. And the points where it was at was Boston Harbor.
That was where it was most recently, prior to being in Lewes. Before that, it was off the coast of Massachusetts near Cape Cod, and before that, it was stationed off the coast of Connecticut.
Right. They're very cool. And our philosophies are that we go into a place, we're actually going back into time. And the thing of it is that I did Dover Air Force Base several years ago.
Right.
And quite frankly, I didn't think we were going to get anything in there at all. But the plane, we got stuff out of the plane.
Right.
And I think, from what I understand, that like them, the people that drove those planes, people have kinship to the ships that they were on.
Right.
And if they had good times of their youth spent on this boat, some of them still might be here. There's been reports here of people walking and talking aboard ship at night when people walk by here. Whether that's ghosts or not, I don't know. But I know that in our travels, and we do travel some,
We do.
that we do run across a couple of things that we didn't think we were going to get.
I agree.
And this is the first time any paranormal team has been in this place, so we're hoping that we can stir up something tonight for sure. So we're supposed to greet the captain. Captain?
I believe so. Commodore.
The Commodore. So we're going to go see him. And the only last time I had a Commodore, I ate a steak. Is that the same thing?
Probably not.
Okay. Anyway, all right, we're going to see the Commodore of the ship, and he's going to give us a historical tour of the place. All right?
Awesome.
All right. So we'll up the plank. We're going to walk the plank.
Great.
All right, I'm Rick.
I'm George Elliott.
George Elliott.
Hi, I'm Wendy.
Wendy, George Elliott.
Okay, and you're going to give us a tour of the boat and a little bit of the history of things.
Yes.
Okay.
We can do that.
All right. So we're standing on the deck.
We're standing right on what would be the quarter deck when you come aboard a ship. The first place you land is on the quarter deck. And topside, the main deck, if you will. Everything goes on up here except when the weather gets rotten, and then everybody goes below and buttons up the hatches.
Very well.
All right.
All right. So you go ahead and take us into your next spot.
All right. You want to take the complete tour of the ship topside and down below and the whole 9 yards? So,
all right.
Absolutely.
We can do that.
Okay.
Just follow me.
All right.
This one was built in East Booth Bay Harbor, Maine in 1938 and served, as you said earlier, on the Cornfield Station off Old Saybrook, Connecticut, and a cross rip off Martha's Vineyard in that area, and was a Boston light ship.
Okay.
It came to Lewes with the Historical Society taking it over in 1973, and it has been here ever since. And just within the past 10 years has it been renovated and cleaned up and open.
It's very nice.
For tours. Yeah, we've had an awful lot of work put into it, and we're getting an awful lot of stories from former crew members that stop by.
Oh, that's good.
And yes.
That's
yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. We'll talk more about the kinship of the boats between the men, because I'm sure there was something there a lot, I would think.
Oh, well, every sailor likes his first ship best, and but he can tell you about the friendships and what's happened on all of them.
Right. Right. So this looks like it's one of the major rooms of the boat. I mean, to me.
This is the crew's bunk room. Of the 15 men, 10 of them bunked up here. The 5 two-man bunk rooms. Fifth one is locked up around the corner. We use that for storage. Men have come back through here, and in fact, we had one fellow that walked in, had not been on the ship in Boston from 1960 or 70, and 30-some years. He reached behind the locker in here and pulled off a sheet of paper. He said, I had put this on here in 1968 or whatever.
Wow, so he actually put a piece of paper beside his bed, and then 30 years later he comes back.
It was behind one of the lockers.
Wow, that's awesome.
And he said, this was my bunk.
Wow, that's something.
Well,
so, the guys, they came out and they were like a lighthouse on the water. And they sat out there. They had some time, right? I mean,
they sat at anchor, and they did.
It sounds kind of boring.
Well, they had watches. There was always someone up looking in the engine room, make sure all the equipment was
Right.
running. There was a man on the bridge all the time to check where the ship's position was because it was required, like any lighthouse, to be right there.
Right. Can we just look at one of the beds in here?
Absolutely.
Wendy, you can step on in there and go on in there and stand by the bed. Looks like did they strap themselves in when they had some big waves?
Well, no, they got the sidebars on there now. There comes a time when you want to strap yourself in, probably.
Oh, look. They got
Old
Old
Spice.
Spice. Old Spice when men come back from the sea. I like that. Did you like that one?
I like that.
Okay.
There are 2 anchors on the ship. The heavy chain you can see on the port side
Yeah,
lifts a
right
7,000-pound anchor,
there.
and this one is attached to a 3,000-pound anchor, the backup.
Wow. Imagine you get caught in one of those. It wouldn't be good, for sure. Wow. Very cool. Did they eat well?
There's a menu from 1963. Check for yourself.
Oh man, they ate good. Sausage links, butter, jam, cereal, fruit.
Chili
Oh,
con
yeah.
carne.
Yeah. Supper, you had pork chops, applesauce, fried potatoes, you name it. They had
Baked chicken.
it. All right.
Yeah.
So I take it this is the engine room?
This is the main engine. Yes, the 400 horsepower diesel. Drive the ship about 9 knots.
So what room is this?
This is the wardroom, the officers' area.
Officers. You notice the table's nicer. Huh?
It is.
Actually, all of the officers were enlisted men.
Oh, okay.
The captain was a chief boatswain,
Okay.
warrant boatswain, warrant officer. Up through the ranks, a lot of experience.
The officers must look like they have their own individual fan, which is very cool. They got their own lights, and they got a life preserver up on top, and they have drawers underneath their beds. And I don't think that this shirt would fit, but I guess that's what they wore. Very nice. And they had a little closet here with clothes in there, and have a sink right here. So, in Old Spice. So we're getting ready to go lights out. Thank you for an awesome tour. It's an amazing ship. If anybody ever has time when they're in Lewes, to be sure to take a tour of this fine old ship. The guys here work hard on it. They give their times throughout the years. Some of them, unfortunately, I heard last week, has passed on in the past couple of years. So they're always looking for volunteers to help them. Small historical societies like this these days really need help. So if you can come in here and tour this fine boat, you will have a great time. It's a neat place, isn't it?
Very much so.
And there's restaurants all around here, so you can tour the boat and then eat. Right?
Exactly.
All right. So anyway, we're getting ready to go lights out. We do not know what we're going to get here.
No idea.
We don't know. It could be zip, but then again, it could be something. If somebody's here, they're going to speak to us tonight for sure. They have in the past in different places, and they will now. Sometimes they poke a hole through time.